You guys having fun? Yeah! All right, you ready to keep it going? Yeah! Hey! All right, please show some love to a good friend of ours. She's here from Los Angeles, California. Please welcome Phoebe Bottom, ladies and gentlemen.
All right. Let's rewind about 12 hours, shall we? Robert phones, messages me on Facebook and says, "Hey, do you have a picture of you as a kid?" I said, "I sure do, Robert." I sent him a picture of me as a 6-year-old kid, little crown on my head, just a string bean of a thing. Real cute picture. This morning I was like, "Hey, is there a theme to the show?" And he said, "Yeah, it's kind of like a story thing if you want. There's some shame involved." And then I thought, hey, I have a picture one other person on earth has seen that I am deeply ashamed of. Maybe it's time to put my vanity in check, which is something I'm trying to work on right now, and send him that picture of me at Valley Fair on the last day of 6th grade. I message Robert back. I say, "Hey, I got this other one. There's a whole room full of people going to see it." And he said, "Yeah, they are." And I believe I told him to brace himself. And I can assume on the other end of town, on his mobile device, he was like, "She can't possibly mean that." And then I sent him this picture. And he said, "Oh." And I said, "Yeah." And he said, "No, period." And I said, "Yeah." And he said, "Oof." And I said, "Oof is right." All right. You know how Highlights magazine has those pages of hidden pictures? And you have to find like a tea kettle or a mitten? This picture's a lot like a highlights page, except all the little things you find are just mounting evidence to a train wreck of a person. The most obvious ones: Valley Fair manufactured pimp hat, Playboy airbrush sticker, or airbrush tattoo. What you may not be able to see is the price tag from the hat I've taped to my left breast, as though to imply I'm for sale. If you look like off center to my drawstring bag, and underneath you'll see the top of a Hot Topic tank top that had a rabbit on it with fangs and blood dripping out of its mouth. For the love of Christ, I tried so hard to remember what the caption was. I can't, but I remember the image. Boy, was it edgy. And then a little mushroom necklace. And everyone was like, "Do you do mushrooms?" And I was very offended, as I did not do drugs at that time in my life. Boy, I wish I had, because it would have been a real good explanation for this. If this picture was taken now, you'd go, "Oh, of course." But no, that's just, I look like a narc who was like a 40-year-old narc who was sent into a middle school to try to catch pedophiles. But no one knew how to do it. They're like, "I don't know, we'll just say she's for sale. We'll put a popular pornographic symbol on her and some kind of a provocative hat. And maybe those metallic fingernail painted 40-year-old woman hands." we'll get drawn into the social studies teacher's homeroom after hours and we'll catch a perp. No, I'm just a preteen who used her independence to go to the Applebee's in a mall. This is before I became a Jewish adult. You can't blame that. Jewish adulthood has done nothing for me. But I've gotten further away from it, so maybe I'm by you guys know that game? It's like roulette, or it's that ride where you spin around in front of that. Probably just had a good time. Finished off a corn dog, went for a spin. And then Shorely, my friend Stacy, had taken my disposable camera and said, "Hey Phoebe, just be you for a second." And there we have it. That's me. I went to Waldorf also. Does that mean anything to anybody? You guys know what Waldorf is?
Yeah.
If you don't, it's a new age hippie preschool where people send their kids. It's like a Hogwarts, but if instead of magic, it was like paganistic basket weaving, and instead of wizards, it was 6-year-old kids who still breastfeed. That's that. You know what I used to do? They were like, "Hey, you're free to do whatever you like here at Waldorf." And I used that independence to take a stick and go to a runoff pond next to a county road and scoop gasoline-covered pond scum off the top of it and suck on it. Right, Mom? Yeah. This is also a person who at any given time has less than $30 her mom gave her and will be 28 years old in a week. Don't do that. Holy Christ. What do we think? I mean, how are we doing with this, everybody? Does anyone have any comments or questions? Willing to answer questions at this time? I'll open the forum up. Anyone? Come on, there has to be. Yeah. Oh, very good question. Are you asking of the posture?
Yeah, of the posture, yeah. Oh.
You know, it's just, I know you're at an angle and can't see very well, but it's very much like, here I am, I'm confident of whatever the fuck is going on here. And you can't take that away from me. Boy, I wish you could have. We have time for 2 more questions. Yes.
I know that you said that you feel like you look like in this picture
Like a narc?
No, I mean,
Oh.
yeah, but like a middle school imposter. But you do look like every single person that I went to middle school with, so don't feel that afraid.
That's less of a question. That's very sweet. No, I'm like terminally middle school in this. Don't say I'm not. This kid went to a Nickelback concert and got a pitcher of beer spilled on her head from an upper level that didn't exist. You understand? I fucking loved Good Charlotte. I still listen to Nickelback. I sing along to it, and sometimes I just sing How You Remind Me in my car, and then every once in a while my greatest fear is that my phone will be on and someone will have been listening, and then I'll just drive onto oncoming traffic. That's what would happen then. So I don't have much of a wrap-up to this. If you spend the rest of the show thinking about this and find yourself having some feelings you need to get out, come talk to me. I'll be back there. Maybe we can sort something out together. Figure out what happened. This is the last time this image will be available in public, so if you want to take a picture of it now, don't. And I think that's it. Thank you guys for taking this vulnerable time with me.